Antonio de Curtis, aka Totò, 1898-1977. A Journey into the Art of the Prince of Laughter. Antonio Griffo, Focus Flavio Angelo Ducas with Les Porphyrogenite Gagliardi de Curtis of Byzantium. Born on February 1898 in Naples. Raised in a modest family, passionate about theater from a young age. The first steps in the world of entertainment with the debut in the film Still with His Hands. In 1933, other famous Totò films, Peppino and the Female 1956, The Usual Unknowns 1958, Totò in Color 1952. He has worked with directors such as Mario Monicelli and actors such as Aldo Fabrizi and Peppino de Filippo. Awards for his comedic and dramatic performances. Pillar of Italian comedy. Known for his facial expressions, physical gags and inventive language. Totò influenced generations of Italian and international comedians. Cited and honored in numerous cultural contexts, from films to TV programs, he was also a poet and writer, author of several works. Totò left an indelible mark in the history of Italian cinema and culture.
Edoardo Di Filippo, 1984. Also known simply as Eduardo, he was an Italian playwright, actor, director, screenwriter, and poet. Considered one of the most important Italian theater authors of the 20th century, he was the author of numerous theatrical works which he himself staged, later interpreted, translated, and performed by others, including abroad. A prolific author, he also worked in the cinema with the same roles held in his theatrical activity. For his artistic merits and contributions to culture, in 1981 he was appointed senator for life by the President of the Republic Sandro Pertini and was awarded 2 honorary degrees in letters by the University of Birmingham in 1977, by the University of Rome La Sapienza in 1980. Nominated for the Nobel Prize in Literature. Eduardo still remains today, together with Luigi Pirandello, Dario Fovi, Carlo Goldoni, one of the most appreciated and represented Italian theater authors abroad. Vittorio De Sica, 1900-1974. Vittorio Domenico Stanislao Gaetano Serrano De Sica, better known as Vittorio De Sica, was an Italian actor, director, and screenwriter. Vittorio De Sica forms a comedy duo of immediate national success thanks to some very popular musical songs broadcast on the radio, such as the song Ludovico, Se dolce come un fico. In 1933 De Sica founded his own company, mainly engaged in comic performances. Over the course of his film career, Vittorio De Sica starred in almost 160 films. De Sica's worldwide success was consecrated by the film Bicycle Thieves 1948, which obtained another Oscar nomination for the screenplay written by Cesare Zavattini and won another honorary statuette as Best Foreign Film distributed in the United States in 1949. It also received 6 silver ribbons, including those for Best Director and Best Film, and won the Locarno Grand Jury Prize. His colleague and friend Ettore Scola dedicated the film We Loved Each Other So Much 1974 to him, in which De Sica also appears in some archive images. Magnani 1908-1973. Anna Magnani was a symbol of Italian cinema and of Rome, whose charm went beyond national borders. Her performances were also appreciated abroad and she won an Oscar for Best Leading Actress for The Rose Tattoo in 1955. She is the first Italian interpreter to obtain this recognition. International stardom had already arrived in 1945 with the film Rome, Open City by Roberto Rossellini, which accompanied her throughout her career. Among the many titles performed we find The Beautiful 1951 by Luchino Visconti and Mamma Roma 1962 by Pier Paolo Pasolini.
Anna Magnani was named after a crater discovered on the planet Venus. Alberto Sordi, 1920–2000. One of the well-known faces of our cinema, in particular of Italian comedy such as Anna Magnani, was at the same time a Roman and national icon. Her characters knew how to mock the vices and defects attributed at the time to the so-called average Italian: laziness, opportunism, naivety. Among her numerous famous interpretations, around 200 films, we find for example An American in Rome 1954, Il Moralista 1959, and Il Medico della Mutua 1968. Alberto Sordi was not only an actor, but also a director, composer, singer, and screenwriter. He never married and had no children, claiming that his total dedication to work would not have left him the time necessary for a family. Vittorio Gassman 1920–2000. Actor coming from the theatrical world, founder and director of the Italian Art Theater, he is considered one of the great interpreters of Italian comedy. He experienced overwhelming success with the film I soliti ignoti 1958 by Mario Monicelli, and in 1959 with the TV program Il Mattatore, from which his nickname derived. With Monicelli he showed off his masterful comic streak in films such as Il Sorpasso 1962 and Il Nome del Popolo Italiano 1963, while he instead performed with intensity in dramatic atmospheres. Active as a director, writer and voice actor, he never abandoned his original passion for theater, also dedicating himself to poetic recitation. Marcello Mastroianni, 1900–1996. Protagonist in Federico Fellini's famous films La Dolce Vita and 8:30, Mastroianni was one of our best-known performers abroad in the 60s and 70s, nominated 3 times for the Oscars as Best Actor and winner of 2 Golden Globes. In his career he has interpreted various genres, from neo-realistic comedies to dramatic films, also working with Sophia Loren. In addition to the aforementioned Fellini titles, a famous interpretation of his is the black comedy Italian Divorce. Due to some film roles, he became associated with the character of the typical Italian Latin lover, a cliché that he always tried to get rid of. Gina Lollobrigida 1900 July 20, 2023. One of the best-known actresses on the European scene of the 50s and 60s. In 1954 the New York Times wrote in Europe Gina Lollobrigida are the 7 most famous syllables. She was 3rd in Miss Italy. In 1947 she made her acting debut on the stage. She was noticed and invited to the USA by the film producer Howard Hughes. She preferred to return to work in Italy. However, with the Italian-French film Fan La Tulipe in 1952 she achieved international success, becoming a star in France too. You still work in Hollywood productions, such as The Treasure of Africa, 1953 and The Most Beautiful Woman in the World, 1955. The best-known Italian films she starred in include Pain, Amore e Gelosia, 1954 by Luigi Comencini and the Roman film 1954 by Luigi Zampa. Sculpture plays a prominent role among her passions. You have exhibited your works in several countries. Sophia Loren, 1934. Among the most famous actresses in the history of cinema, Sophia Loren, Sudmo by Sofia Villani Ciccolone boasts a truly stellar career among Italian Hollywood productions. For the film The Bay of Naples 1960, starring Clark Gable, she obtained a Golden Globe nomination for Ciociara 1960 by Vittorio De Sica. She won the first Academy Award, given to an actress in a non-English language film. Directed in memorable roles by great Italian and foreign directors, ranging from comic to dramatic, 2 Oscar awards and 5 Golden Globes, she was included in 1999 by the American Film Institute in 21st place in the ranking of the greatest film stars. In 2009 she entered the Guinness Book of Records as the most awarded Italian actress in the world. Giancarlo Giannini. 1942. Capable of giving face to a truly heterogeneous set of characters, Giancarlo Giannini was able to range from comedy to dramatic atmospheres, also adopting various regional dialects with credibility. Among the best-known titles in which he is the protagonist are 3 films by director Alina Vermuller, with whom he developed a productive artistic collaboration: Mimi Metallurgico Wounded in Honor, 1972, Film of Love and Anarchy, 1973, and Overwhelmed by an Unusual Destiny in the Sea of August, the subject of a remake by Guy Ritchie in 2002. A multifaceted character, Giannini is also a screenwriter, director, voice actor, writer, and inventor. Among his inventions we find the particular talking jacket worn by Robbie Williams' character in the film Toys.